Nigeria's uniqueness lies in our rich cultural heritage. It's a land blessed with countless tribes and tongues. Now, this abundance is our strength, but it also presents a challenge, that of ensuring that no group feels left behind. Now, the government, which is tasked with providing for all citizens, must constantly balance this diverse interests to foster unity and fairness. Now, one agency created to help the federal government achieve this balance is the Federal Character Commission. Tonight, we sit down with its executive chairman to explore how the commission is fulfilling its mandate and shaping inclusivity in our nation. Executive Chairman, thank you for having us in your office.
The pleasure is mine.
And would like to thank you for accepting to be our guest.
You're welcome.
So I would like you to please tell us what the Federal Character Commission, what's its mandate?
We have a broad mandate, and it's divided into two. The first one is to ensure that we have equity and fairness in the distribution of employment opportunity across the country, so that no area is left behind. The other is the distribution of infrastructure and socio-economic development. And that is a bigger mandate than the first one, being that the first one is easier now. This is largely what the Federal Character Commission is known for. Whereas the bigger one, which is to ensure that all the goodies coming from our collective purse is distributed in an equitable and justifiable way, across every nook and cranny of Nigeria. And that is what is not so much in the public space right now.
It's interesting you say that, because I'm very sure, and I'm happy a lot of people see it more as in the jobs, employment. That issue of infrastructure is interesting.
Yeah.
And it's always been in the mandate of the...
yes. It's there in the Constitution. That's what we are supposed to do. But coming from the background of who will readily check what I'm supposed to do here and how do we go about doing it, I'm happy to tell you that very soon that mandate will be fully operational, because for employment, recruitment, promotions and stuff, we have a character balancing index. So we are now at the final stages of getting a formula for infrastructure and socioeconomic programs, like the character balancing index for recruitment. We are going to get something like that for infrastructure, so that before the budget is even taken to the National Assembly, we will overlook it here. Like we will monitor recruitments in agencies. We will see the infrastructural development plan of Nigeria and how it is shared within each zone of the country, and even in the zone within the states comprising that zone. So when we approve, judging by the formula, when we see that they have complied with the federal character principle, then we will give them a certificate, just like we do now for recruitment. We give a compliance certificate, which they will attach to the budget to take to the National Assembly, and the National Assembly will approve the budget.
Before we go into that one, I would like you to tell us a little bit more. I think you said there's a character balancing index. What's that all about?
Okay, that is every agency, we check their nominal role to see the spread of the workforce. So when they want to recruit more members of staff.
Yeah.
We will now check the percentage that they have from state to state. We have the minimum percentage and we have the maximum and we have the middle ground, like from 2.3 to 2.6, that is okay. So we let them know so that when they are recruiting,
They are guided.
they are guided. Now, after the recruitment and they want a certificate of compliance, that certificate is to say that you have complied with the rules and regulations. So we check, we send monitors, and then we check the reports of the monitors, and we look at the recruitment vis-a-vis what was there on ground. And when we see that they have been fair to all zones, then we issue the certificates of compliance.
And that's done for every agency under the federal government's employment.
Yes, the more than 700 agencies that are federal, we do it.
That's interesting because there are times people they have this perception that it looks like it's not balanced. So it's interesting to know that there is an index and you met that on ground.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Lovely. Now, what else did you, because I know you assumed office late
January.
Yeah, early this year, late January this year. What did you meet on ground?
Well, I met the Federal Character Commission on ground.
Yeah.
And I will not run down this place. This is my place now.
Yes.
It's just that what I met on ground was not satisfactory to me personally and the members of the 5th Commission. So we did not complain. We just started to improve on things. And I thank God that the improvement is now, showing gradually.
Okay. I'm interested and I really want to be clear. When you talk about Federal Character Commission, and I'm happy you opened that door, more is about employment. I'm sure a lot of Nigerians would like to understand. Is it that then that the commission in the past was not paying attention to that infrastructure part?
I don't know, but what we have started doing immediately, because I know that we have the Department of Socioeconomic and Infrastructural Development, which is in the other block, and a very, very brilliant director, supervising it. I realized that they were limited in their work because of this index that we do not have yet. So we set up a committee immediately to work on getting us a formula, and they are at the finishing stage now.
Okay, so you're hoping that by this year we should be able to have
before the end of the year.
Okay.
In fact, we are targeting that before the next budget sessions, we would have that in place. The National Assembly is waiting for us to bring the formula, and they will go through it. Once they approve it, that's what the Constitution says. National Assembly should approve. Once they approve it, we will take it to the executive to lay it to Mr. President that this is how we want to go about our second mandate.
One of the things that when you look at the issue of balancing, because this is all about balancing and making sure nobody feels cheated. But when you now say states, in some states, they have their own balancing issue.
Yes, we know that.
Yeah, so how does that
work cuts down to the local government areas.
Okay.
And the state is made up of different local governments.
Yes.
So even to ensure that the local government areas understand the principles of federal character, we have arranged to have a workshop for all the 774 local government chairmen, and even including the people in the state government responsible for local government, like the commissioners for local governments. We intend to bring them to Abuja here and teach them on how to ensure that federal character principle is felt even at the local level.
Yeah, because the political office sometimes is what determines who gets what at the federal level.
Yes,
Because the people in office will be the ones that may nominate or be the
that's
ones.
the orientation on ground, but we are trying to change the narrative.
Okay.
And the best way to do it is to educate the people, to let them know that if you are happy, he is happy, I will be happy. When we are all happy and nobody feels left behind. I do not believe that there's any area, no matter what you are looking for, that you will not find one competent person that can do what you want. So we just need to search a little bit more and open the space for people to show what they have to offer. So that oh, okay, in this place, yes, I can get this, I can get that. And everybody will be happy.
Okay. My understanding when you were given this appointment is that you had the one-on-one with the president. What was it that the mandate, what mandate did he hand
It's
over?
the same mandate. Go and get the place. Let it be better than it is now.
Okay. So, and how are you going about that one now?
Oh yeah, it's very obvious. People who have been here before, even right from the building, when they come back now, they say, is this the Federal Character Commission? For instance, now we have light and water runs. When I came here, there was no water in the whole buildings.
Wow.
So we have water. The place is cleaner now. It's no longer like a marketplace. You do not see people loitering. The staff are happy. You see them smiling and genuinely happy. We do not see all manners of people hanging around us. No. The place looks like a proper government office. Now, that is one. And number two, if you take a tour of the offices, all the offices have been renovated. The commissioners, they all came here and saw my office, and they all went to their offices to renovate and make the offices, more homely, looking like the office of someone of their status. So that is another thing. Then we decided to go digital. And that's why we revamped our website. In fact, it's like we practically built a new one. We got good support from other federal government agencies like NITDA. We immediately arranged training for our IT staff, and many of them said they had not been trained in 8 years. So that was a wonderful thing we first did to encourage them to apply themselves better with more. They were given AI training and other stuff, and they were all given laptops, to help them to work. It was after that we got our media consultants to go to work on the new websites with them. And that's what we launched less than a week ago to mark our first 3 months in office.
You've pushed a lot for the digital. You really put a lot of stock in that. Mm-hmm. You're hoping it will help in...
Oh, definitely. It's going to help. It is that opening up the space that I was talking about the other time. This is it. The best way to open up the space is to go digital, because once you allow people to seek information on your website, it is what you put in there that they will be able to see. And the most important aspect of our website is recruitment for now. When we start the second mandate, we will also include it. But right now, no contents yet. But the recruitment exercise going on now, if you go on our website, you will see adverts. You know that agencies are supposed to advertise that they are going to recruit this and that, and these are the requirements that they need. Now, you just go to fcc.gov.ng, press on recruitment, the MDA that you are interested in, and then you will see if they are recruiting. If they are recruiting, you will see ongoing, and it will open up to tell you the area they are searching for.
That's
people
on the website.
on the website. And so if you see qualifications, if you are qualified, you apply, and your application will get to the MDA, and you will get information on when the interview is going to take place. If you are shortlisted, of course they will reach you personally, but then your application will get to them. One good thing about this is that only the correct link to the MDA's consent will be on our website. So you do not go somewhere and somebody writes something and say, immigration is doing recruitment, they are looking for this, click on this. You click on it,
Takes you
and then
somewhere else.
takes you somewhere else.
So this could help with job racketeering.
Of course, look, even apart from job racketeering, it will help job seekers to know what is on offer and where their interest lies and where they want to go.
So instead of the agencies going around and saying we didn't send, we don't have job openings, or if you see anything, so Nigerians can just go to your website.
Oh yes, because once they advertise, they will advertise in 2 newspapers.
Yeah.
This is what they used to do. 1 newspaper in the north, 1 newspaper in the south, and that's it. And if you are not lucky enough to see the newspaper, or somebody saw the advertisement and tells you, that's the end of it. Whereas now, once you want to, it's a policy now. You want to advertise, you must advertise on our website too. So if a job seeker does not see your adverts in newspapers, all they need to do is just come to the FCC website and click on recruitment, click on the MDA, scroll to the one that they are interested in, and click on it. Even if you do not know that they are advertising, you can be checking from time to time. You are interested in one particular MDA, you want to work there, you will know that you are qualified to work there. You can come every day to check our website if they are recruiting. If they are recruiting, it will show you ongoing recruitment. It will even show you the past recruitments of that same agency. So we just want to make life easier for the average Nigerian, and at the same time, give them the opportunity that right now only the privileged children are getting. You understand me? So that's
I think a lot of Nigerians would look forward to hearing this, because outside the fact that, as we mentioned, Dave, you seem to see a lot of things sent around. There's a job here, you can't verify which one is true, which one is fake. This will address that. Yes. But I'm now wondering, because it looks like to a large extent you need all these MDAs to work with you. Yes. How has it been with them?
Let me tell you, it has not been easy. You know, reform is never easy. But you knew me from way back. I can be stubborn when I am doing something positive. I am the one that I have the vision. I know what we'll get from it. And I try to just let them see it my way. And we thank God. Many of them are really happy to conform now. There were certain things that we met on ground that were not okay. And then we started rejecting them. And before 2 months, it has gone around that you cannot do this with FCC, the new FCC. Just, you have to do it like this, you have to do it like that.
When you say some things were not going
right. Okay, let me give you an example.
I would appreciate that.
To monitor recruitment, our rule says you give us a notice of not less than 2 weeks for us to prepare the people who will go for the monitoring. Yes. When I came here, I will see some letters requesting for monitoring, and it will be in 2 days' time.
They know the monitoring is mandatory.
They know it's mandatory.
Then they will just come.
Then they will send letter. 2 days, we are going to monitor. And of course, trust me, I will just reject and say reschedule. Minimum 2 weeks. So all of them, please, we have this on ground, we have that. I say, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And if you go ahead to do monitoring, by the time you come back to seek the mandatory certificate of compliance, I'll reject it. Because you have not complied. I do not have somebody come here to give me reports of what you have done. If you send your own report, it's not for me. It's for your own organization. The report that I consider is the report of the people that I have sent to monitor your exercise. And that is the report I will check to see if you have really complied. If they say you have complied, I'll issue your certificate. Another new thing that they are liking is that I don't need to see any one of them. I hardly see them. I just tell them, do the normal thing. We follow due process here. For instance, if you need waivers, I only need to see that you have the approval of the budget office and the head of service. This is the last place when I see that they have approved that you can do this recruitment, and the number of people you want to recruit. This commission pegged it to 125, except for medicals. The hospitals, they can recruit at any time, they can recruit any number because of this brain drain.
Yes.
So we give them exemptions. Once I see it on my table, it's the same day. I issue this waivers, certificates, same day. I never leave any file overnight in my office. So if it comes here, I deal with it and we send it back immediately. We have been able to cut a lot of bureaucracy, and everything is just going on smoothly. The relationship between us and the agencies is now even more cordial because they don't have stress.
So the message has been sent.
Oh, yes.
Okay, it's interesting to know, because I wanted to find out if you have any outside rejecting their certificate. Is there any sanctions that you're empowered to give to?
Oh, yes. We have the power to prosecute anyone who goes against our rules.
Okay.
But you see, most of the time, I have read through the acts and I have seen that it is even our own action that we help. I prefer prevention to curing what they have done. No, I will not even allow you to get away with breaking the rules. And one good thing is that for any recruitment exercise to be concluded, you need to collect a certificate of compliance from the Federal Character Commission. Yeah. So it's left to us to make sure that you comply. If you have not complied, you can never conclude your recruitment. You'll be hanging in there.
And they need that.
So I have had agencies go back to redo the exercise while we send monitors
to come and observe,
to monitor, to see that they comply.
And from the way the exercises are conducted now, because I like what you said at the end of the while we're having this conversation as regards the issue of not only for the privileged, that everybody has a chance. When your team goes out to monitor, do they ensure that it's done properly, not just to favor some? And
I believe that they ensure that it's done properly, because I have told each and every one of them that your report is the only thing I need to give them the certificate. If later on we get some petitions or we realize that it was not done well, it's going to be on you, because you are the one that brought in report saying that it's okay.
Okay. So that also...
Everybody is careful. So if it needs prosecution, we will prosecute even our member of staff who has gone there and lied to us.
Okay, so you have, discipline. You can discipline your own
You
staff.
can prosecute you because
Prosecute too?
yes, you lied. It's part of the recruitment now. So while we can prosecute the agency that defaults, we have the power to also join our own people that lied.
That took part in the
Yes.
whole... Okay.
That's it. And if our people go for any monitoring exercise and they are hostile to them, they have the power to stop the exercise. And if it's not stopped, they will leave and come back with no report.
Do you welcome petitions from Nigerians?
I honestly don't welcome petitions because it takes a lot of time to deal with. I get petitions, but what we do is investigate.
Okay.
And
So if you get
we get petitions,
okay, then you investigate.
We investigate. If there's something that is not done right, we correct them.
I would like us to, before we go into more and more, there are those who wonder about the issue of federal character in a time when it looks like, some will say, why are we not chasing merit? Why are we looking at federal character? Is that not sacrificing merit on the altar of everybody must be at the table?
As I said earlier, there's merit everywhere. You just have to look for it. When we want to recruit someone for a certain job,
yes,
there must be requirements. And there is nowhere in Nigeria that you go to and say for instance, you need a neurosurgeon.
Yes.
And then you know that you are looking for a neurosurgeon. You will prefer the neurosurgeon to come from the North Central, for instance. You tell people to apply from the North Central. Believe me, you will pick and choose. I just make that as an example. People from Niger will apply. People from Nasarawa will apply, and so on and so forth. And then you go through and pick the best there. That is merit. That is merit. It does not mean that you have excluded other people. It means that other zones, they have already contributed someone
somewhere
of that profession in the organization. You cannot say because of merit, you need 4 neurosurgeons and 3 will come from one zone. Then you throw the 4th one to the remaining 5 zones of Nigeria. Where will you go to that you will not see somebody that will meet up to the criteria that you have set? So that merit, it is there. And I also encourage agencies that no matter who you are recruiting, ensure that the person has the required qualifications. If that person does not qualify, do not employ him. It's period.
Help me understand better how the agency, the commission works, because obviously there are some places where it's not everywhere that may need employment at the same time.
Yes.
Do you find out if they are complying already? Because I'm saying this because I know there are some universities, federal universities, that appear to have, if you look at the lecturers or whatever that comes from there, it appears they're predominantly from that segment of the country.
Yes, when we are doing this character balancing index, we expect that in certain areas, you will have more people from that locality than others. Sometimes even agencies tell us that when they advertise, some people from certain areas, they will not even apply because they don't want to come to their own side.
Oh.
So what we tell them is that if, for instance, the agency is in the north,
Yes.
and a certain southern zone that has maybe 1% or 2%, nobody apply from there. You now add it to another zone within the south.
Mm-hmm.
So if, for instance, southwest has 2%
Yes.
and nobody applies, you will not now take that 2% to the north.
Mm-hmm.
You will add it to the percentage of the southeast, so that the north-south balancing
Okay.
will still be there.
Okay.
However, this our new website is going to even cure it, because we will be able to see all the applications.
Okay.
So you cannot tell me that somebody from Southwest did not
Yes, because people are looking for jobs.
did not apply for a job in your state.
Yes.
I will tell you, what about this person? What about that person? What about this? Because we will have
What is necessary to be able to check and to verify.
So that's another thing is going to kill.
Okay.
And that is part of opening up.
I also want to find out, does this issue, because of my understanding also is supposed to help with the issue of inclusivity. Are we thinking as regards even those who have living with maybe disabilities and things? That's also something that falls
It wasn't
under.
here,
Okay.
but I have just started the gender unit.
Okay.
It's gender and people living with disabilities.
Okay.
They used to have a gender unit somewhere there, but it was not so effective because there was no specific procedure to ensure that those people are also taken along. So now we are setting up gender and people living with disability units. And it's in my office here. I put it under
Okay.
my special advisor, who is well versed in the matters like that. And so we are now going to sit down, come up with a formula to sell to the MDAs, so that they can include that. They'll give them 1 or 2 slots, and they will find a way to reach out to the, there are non-governmental organizations in charge of these people. There are so many, so it's not difficult for us to reach out to such people. So when they know that there is opportunity, they will also collaborate with us to make sure that we can reach anybody that is needed at any time. If you are challenged and you are able to go to school, get some education, you must not now suffer because of your challenge. If the physical challenge does not stop you from getting an education, then you should have the opportunity that everybody else has to be able to work. That's what we want to put in now, and we are at a stage that we are putting it together. Believe me, when it starts, you'll be the first to know.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that, because sometimes they get lost in everybody's looking but nobody takes care. I'm happy you've already started on that ground. I think what is interesting to me is how you are handling the issue of funding. So I would like to understand from you. It sounds like you are getting a special pause because it appears you're getting a lot
We
done.
don't have money.
Wow.
When we went to the National Assembly, they felt so bad for us. And they even tried. They said they will try to see if they could, jack up the envelope. Having been a legislator myself, I gave them the benefit of that. But the new budget is out now, and not even 1 naira was added to the money there. However, that was not my budget. I hope to start work now on the next budget to see how that envelope can be expanded, so that we can have at least something that we can say we work with. The work is enormous. We are in charge of more than 700 agencies, not to talk of the state offices. And we have office in every state of Nigeria, and even FCT. Our FCT office is at Gwagwalada there. And every monitoring that we do, we send people there, minimum of 2 people to all these places. The kind of work that we do, we need a lot of money. And that is why I feel, some empathy, for the staff here. All of us, we are just working for Nigeria. Nigeria must encourage us to do our work better. So we need better funding.
Especially since it seems you're like the watchdog.
We are the watchdog. We are our work is so important. The president told us on inauguration day that we are the conscience of Nigeria. We are the people that Nigerians should look at what we are doing and feel some confidence that yes, Nigeria is there for me. The way some other countries feel about their country, because their country cares for them. That's how we also want to portray Nigeria to Nigerians. Let them feel that they are a part of this country. And on the inauguration day, I told the press that at the end of our tenure, Nigerians will be proud to own Nigeria.
At least one, if that's one thing, that would be like one thing you want to leave. I'll still like to know
Definitely.
what other things you would like to leave. But I want to, you were talking about the issue of the staff.
Yes.
How are they in terms of welfare and all?
Oh, well...
because, one of the things I've always said is if you're going to be a watchdog, you have to be, you need so that it won't be that you are compromised or whatever on the job. So I would like to understand how is your staff welfare?
That's why we are appealing for enough funding so that our people are not victims of temptations. Because if you are taken care of in the office, you'll be proud to go and do whatever you need to do without thinking of getting something, to bend. The staff right now, I'm happy to say that they are giving this 5th commission benefit of the doubt. What we have done is we have a direct link to the staff. We speak with them. Today, I have spoken with members of staff, with some commissioners present. We have had one meeting before where they have told us what they expect from us. We have also told them what we are doing to make sure that we fulfill our promises to them. And even today, I have told them, henceforth, we will be having that management and staff meeting at least once every quarter, so that I will be able to continue to get feedbacks from them. And then we'll be telling them this is what we have done since the last time that we met, and this is what we hope to do before the next time we will meet. So the relationship is very, very cordial.
Okay. And the prayer is that it will get better.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Now, I would like to understand if this grand idea that we are doing at the federal is being replicated in the states. Is there any way you're working with the states? Because I know there's some states who have this, the same way we're trying to cure the problem of not being marginalized. There's some states where some people feel they're minorities, they're not being taken care of. Is there any way the Federal Character Commission is also trying to see that states also have like a sister?
That is why we have the state offices.
Okay.
But what, from the reports that I have seen, the state offices are grossly understaffed. One, there's no money. I expect that before the end of our tenure, in fact, in the next 1 or 2 years, depending on the money that is made available to us, we are going to replicate what is at the federal at the states.
Okay.
We will ensure that every local government is represented at our state office. There must be a member of staff from every local government, even if it's one. That is the person that will now be the ears and eyes of that local government. If the director or the coordinator is not doing the work, assigned to them, and one area is being marginalized, if a staff is from that area, of course the person will hit at the director. The state has distributed this, we didn't get any in my local government, and then the director will, work at it. But right now, I learned that there are some state offices that more than 50 or 60% are from only one local government. And many local governments don't even have anybody. So, but because there's no money yet, I could not do that. But it's in the pipeline. Once we have enough funding, we will redress all the anomalies that we have seen in the states.
Okay, I would like to go to where we started at the beginning, because I think it's very interesting to me. This issue of infrastructure, I don't know, I've forgotten how you
socio-economic and infrastructure development.
Okay, so you want to start, that's one of your pet projects now.
Yes.
Is it that you want to replicate what we have for the character index? Is that what you want to do for that side?
You see, it is another form of federal character balancing.
Yes. The most important part, some people will say, because is when, and as I'm sure you're aware, coming from the National Assembly, yes, they will tell you we don't have federal presence.
Exactly. Yes. Which even made the federal government to start giving us constituency projects,
yes,
which helped a lot. Some of the things that people need in the rural areas that we never ever get into the budget otherwise, we were able to put them there. And that's the kind of thing we want to do now. The way we want to work is this. If 1 trillion naira is budgeted for a zone, we want to see what the needs are of the different components of that zone, which are the states. The way we will now they will share that money is the formula that we are working on. That I said is at the concluding stage. There are things that are going to be taken into consideration. The population, derivation, land mass, and some other things. We have like 6 items that will be considered, and we have given them percentages. So now, the whole money is 100%. When we now check the percentage that each state has of that money, that's the amount that will go to that state. The state will now decide what they want to use that money for.
And that's how it will not be split.
What type of infrastructure? If it is roads, if it is any other thing. Then if they say they want to make roads, they will now identify the roads that they want to work on.
But who is going to take charge of that?
It's the state governors.
Okay.
The governors are in charge. But you see, from the ministry that is in charge of a certain infrastructure, which they will put in the budget. You know that the Ministry of Works, for instance, will put roads and stuff. The Ministry of Water Resources will put water. The primary health care centers, they will put primary health care center everywhere. So now, each ministry will say, this is how much we budget for this. And then we will see that it goes across everywhere. So as you are bringing in primary health care from your own side, we are checking to see that it's everywhere. And Works is bringing roads, we'll make sure that it is everywhere. Everything will be balanced when we get the formula right.
I'm looking forward to that formula, because I think to a large extent it will address a lot of issues when it comes to...
And we are very careful about it to ensure that everything is taken into consideration, that we allow us to have a equitable distribution.
And coming from your background, you know, there's a difference between budgeting,
I know.
cash backed,
Yes.
which one is done eventually
Yes.
outside appearing on the budget.
I know.
I would like to bring us to where I think you touched on it, one of the things you'd like as your legacy, but I would like to ask, what other things would you like, what is the vision you have for the Federal Character Commission?
I try to envisage the thinking of the drafters of the Constitution, who put it there that there must be a Federal Character Commission. Given the diverse nature of Nigeria, they know that if we do not have somewhere like the Federal Character Commission, which will oversight the government to see that it does not matter who is leading us, everything that belongs to Nigeria is enjoyed by all Nigerians. That's why they put this place together. I want that vision to be realized by the time our tenure is ending.
We'll look at, and I'm sure we'll have time to check and see, and we'll be looking forward to seeing how your work goes and how the commission develops. Thank you so much for being our guest on the program and having us in your office.
Oh, you're welcome.
Now, one part of that discussion that stands out for me is that Nigerians can now, use the commission's website to check for jobs, to confirm which agency has a job and make sure they can find it there. I hope you will try that out and let us know what you find. Also, share your views, your reactions, and any questions you have using our social media handles and the email address. And if you'd like to catch up on past episodes, head over to our YouTube channel and just help yourself. Well, thanks for being there with us today. Stay safe. Bye.